crap. Oh, what's up, guys? Hey, I'll just edit that out or something. What's up? My name is Tom Valentine, and I'm here to talk about the greatest show on planet Earth, MTV's The Challenge, War of the Worlds 2. I'm gonna be going over the best and worst moments from the second episode, which aired last Wednesday. So yeah, let's just get into it. Don't need much of an intro, and go. Number three. It's gonna be the USA team meeting. It happened towards the beginning of the episode. We kind of got a hint towards Jordan telling everybody on Team USA that Wes is a rat in episode 1. And it came to fruition here in episode 2. They had a team meeting where Jordan exposed Wes. Wes did a pretty good job of, throwing the blame onto him, even though it seems like he's mostly in the wrong working with the UK. Wes did a pretty good job talking his way around it. I don't know how successful he was. That's something we'll end up having to see in episode 3 when it's a guys elimination day. Because if the USA team lose there, all the lines are going to be drawn. We're going to find out who's with who. Because right now it's just like one big happy family, except maybe Jordan and Wes. They seem to have a little rivalry going, which is a little unexpected. So that's cool to see two OGs with a fresh rivalry. I fucks with it. And even CT and Zach, I think, have confessionals where they're talking about how the team is imploding, or Zach says it will implode once they lose. Doesn't seem likely though. They're killing these competitions. First one was pretty close, but that second one was a landslide. Number 2, so it'd be Kaylee. Kaylee coming in clutch, coming in hot, with stirring the pot a lot. Anyway, she's stirring the pot a lot. She probably gets it from Cam. Cam's always with a plan. She doesn't understand why only 2 rookies are on the table for getting voted into elimination when there's 4 rookies on their team. We see Georgia, she's very comfortable in her position in the house, telling Big T that she's most likely getting voted in, and then also telling Big T that Nicole Georgia would never participate in Nicole going into the jungle, or the proving grounds, as they call it this season, because she's been her best friend for ages or whatever. So, but Kaylee, even at the voting in front of the tribunal, the vote was pretty much all set, and then she says she doesn't understand why only 2 rookies are getting talked about when there's 4 on their team, which sparks a little bit of a discussion, but the same end result ends up happening. Big T gets voted in. Yeah, it was nice to see her scheming. She's not the strongest girl on her team, so this is what she needs to do. She needs to be sneaky. She needs to be a politician. And she needs to avoid elimination. She needs to be with the numbers on her side. So, good on her. Number 1. Best moment. The best moment had to be the elimination. I mean, that has to go down as one of the best female eliminations, best eliminations in general. When it comes to the pain they probably had to endure. What was that, like an hour and 45 minutes or something? I'd have to go back and check. But an hour and 45 minutes for a girls' elimination might be a record. And going into it, Georgia's bigger. She works out more. She's more fit. You think she would wipe the floor with Big T. But that was not the case. Big T is called Big T for a reason. Shout out to Big T. I did not think she had that in her. The elimination was dope. It was going back and forth. They the big dumpster of rocks in the middle. They were on each side, and they had to light a fuse. They each had a fuse hanging from a wire, and they both had to push the cart to the enemy's side and light the fuse in order for them to win. Like I said, an hour and 45 minutes. Georgia ends up pulling through, but a couple of times I was going back and forth. I didn't know who was going to win there. Big T, Georgia, Big T, Georgia. They were both like right next to each other's fuses multiple times. So yeah, that elimination was a surprise, but a pleasant surprise. I hope we see Big T again. Usually the first rookies that get out, we don't see them again. But Big T has a big personality, has a lot of heart, it seems, doesn't give up, and has a lot of potential in my mind. So I'd like to see her again. Those are the best 3 moments. I'm going to just go over the worst moments in my opinion on episode 2. Number 3, I'm not exactly sure. We'll see how this plays out, but I'm going to go with Cam self-nominating herself. That's got to rub the women the wrong way, other than Ashley, because Cam chose Ashley to be in the tribunal with her. She seemed to know who exactly she was going to pick right when TJ asked, so she's always got a plan, like I said before. And if I was a challenger in this house, I wouldn't like somebody always with a plan, always trying to implement a plan when I'm not involved. So I would assume the target is on her a bit from the USA side, and more so from the UK side, specifically Georgia, who has a good hold on that team over there. So if they win the challenge on a female day, you gotta think Georgia, Jenny, or Nicole are gonna be in the tribunal, and Georgia can get in one of their ears to throw in Cam for a little bit of revenge. Another thing I didn't like about it was her picking Pauly just to have that conversation about being in an alliance and going after specific people and his thoughts on who she should go after. I don't think he needed to be in the tribunal for all that information. She could have picked some other person and then just talked to Pauly and create an alliance like that. She didn't need... The power certainly helped. I understand that. But I don't know if the power was necessary. And yeah, she may have, she may have shown her cards a little too soon here. It's still early in the house. Got a lot of challenges to go, a lot of eliminations. So we will see. I hope she stays alive. I kind of like that Cam-Kaylee dynamic on either team. They're always trying to mix things up. But we shall see. Number 2 on the worst moments list for me, I'm going to go with UK's performance. We even heard on the daily challenge, Cryptic Crossbow, I believe it was called. TJ even said he doesn't remember a worse loss in team challenge history. I started to think back to the ruins and remembered a lot of complete domination victories and daily challenges. But other than that, yeah, this was pretty bad. USA had a great strategy going in. They just seemed more comfortable, while UK team seemed more chaotic. I mean, they don't have many daily challenges under their belt. CT was trying to be their leader, but it all came down to swimming. And as it seemed, Idris and Kaylee were weak links when it came to swimming. So if I was CT, they would be my targets to get off of my own team if I had to vote somebody in. Just for final sake, for another challenge in the future if there's water. Unless they learn how to swim, but it's going to be damn hard. We've seen how long it took Leroy to learn how to swim. It looked like he did fairly well on the USA team. But yeah, CT, even Bananas wanted to put all the letters on the board so they can launch Jordan right away. UK didn't even do that. They had like a majority of their letters on the board, but they didn't launch them yet, and then realized when it was too late to put everything on the board to launch them. But it was late regardless. We even heard CT quit a little bit. He said you buckled under the pressure, and he kind of threw in the white flag. Everyone was screaming. Side note, Georgia, this could be one of the top moments. It was when Georgia thought there was a Q in evacuate. Evacuate. See, it's a common mistake, right, Georgia? I mean, sure. Evacuate. Yeah. Georgia was great. That was funny. Low key or high key. Let me go out and say this first. Georgia, one of the most beautiful women to ever be on the challenge. Also, maybe the ugliest crier. Please, somebody find me an uglier crier in challenge history. I'd love to see it. No disrespect towards Georgia. Like I said, she's gorgeous. But, gotta work on that crying phase a little bit. That's the second. Number one, you guys know where this is going. Faith quitting. Let's put that at number one. Her antics right above that, though, that led to her quitting. Her antics, basically the whole UK team is staying up late, partying, making noise, and waking their room up. Not intentionally, I bet, but unintentionally, but, carelessly, for sure. Faith wants to get back at him. Sure, that's fine. Get back at Bear. Not the whole house. She waits till Bear falls asleep and then slams the pots and pans in the room, waking everybody up, making a whole thing out of it. I mean, looking back, you could have just, poured water on Bear just to wake him up. That would have been worse for Bear specifically. We see the whole house is kind of mad at Faith for waking them up. It's like 5 a.m. But, everyone goes to sleep. I was like, damn, Faith getting her camera time for sure. She didn't get much in episode 1, but for better or for worse, she's getting it here in episode 2. But yeah, they all go to sleep. We arrive at the elimination where TJ quickly goes over. Faith decided to leave. We get a little flashback of her talking to production, saying she doesn't feel comfortable, she doesn't trust herself, she doesn't want to stay and see what will happen next, or something like that. Some BS. So she's gone. Good riddance. I was a fan until that sudden quit. It's unfortunate we lost Zahida. We lost 3 women in this episode. One, rightfully so, in the elimination, Big T. Zahida, for personal reasons, and then Faith, because she quit. Usually past challenge seasons, they'll bring in an alternate, somebody who is eliminated already, maybe. So it'll be interesting to see if that happens. There was no signs. There was no signs of a challenger coming back in the house to replace one of the people that left. But maybe they had alternates set up. Maybe they bring back. They should have brought back Big T, in my opinion. They should have just. TJ should have just said, you know what? No one's going home after the 2-hour elimination. No one's going home. We lost 2 girls today. Nah, Big T, come on. Get back here. But that didn't happen. So we'll see. Hope to see Big T back. That was my top 3 best and worst moments for episode 2. I'm gonna finish it off here with a bunch of questions I have for you guys watching, the audience. I got a good amount of questions that I would love to hear some answers to and go back and forth with. Do you think Bear is using Laurel? We saw Nani may think that, and I wouldn't be surprised from what we've seen from Bear last season. And Bear's a smart guy. He knows he doesn't have necessarily the numbers in the house on his team. So hooking up with the most fierce female competitor maybe in challenge history, not a bad idea. Let me know what you think. Will we ever see a US versus UK elimination? So that would mean the winning team would have to vote one of their own in against the other team. I don't know if we'll see that. Maybe if Bananas is in the tribunal and try to get Wes in there or something. Will we see Big T again? I hope so. I kind of went over that. What do you think about this Tori Canby? If you think there's, you think it'll lead to anything? We hear Tori kind of salty about Cam self-nominating herself and the people she chose kind of suspicious of her. And yeah, so those are my questions. Feel free to write in the comments. You can hit me up on Twitter at NoValentines with a Z at the end. It was a great episode. So far, so good. 2 episodes in. No complaints over here. Next Wednesday, it's a guys' elimination day. We'll see who wins the challenge, US or UK. That means a lot in these episodes. Whoever wins that daily challenge basically gets to keep their whole team. So yeah, this has been fun. I hope you enjoyed. But I will see you guys next time. Peace. Deuces. Side note, the human launching crossbow, sick. Where can I buy one of those? TJ Lavin, hit me up.